Doesn't matter how much money you have, if you can't get stuff.
Yes.
So really what you're doing is buying protection.
Yeah.
You're building up yourself to be safe and protected so you can continue having a good standard of living despite what might happen in the outside world. For example, let's just say things get really tough and there's a hurricane. Let's just make believe there's a hurricane, natural disaster or something. Let's not make believe there's going to be a war or that the dollar is worthless. People will still use gold and silver during extreme rough times as a currency.
Yeah.
But you know what else they'll use? They'll use bottles of liquor. They'll use coffee.
Yeah.
They'll use other essentials that you have that others don't. The difference is some of those other things can go bad. Liquor usually doesn't go bad, but it can evaporate. But the gold and silver doesn't go bad, doesn't rust. So you can go and trade that for your needs. So, a good thing, a safe thing is to buy a roll of silver dimes. A roll of silver dimes doesn't cost you that much money. You can buy a few rolls. And then if you go a roll of silver dimes, this is previous, I didn't check the price recently, but one dime was worth like $2 in silver. So if you're gonna go and you wanna buy food, bread, meat, you can go and give 5 dimes and it could be $10. So you can get yourself some food during a power outage. Because people, if they can't use, if everyone has a credit card, right? Or for some reason people are using dollars anymore, they want silver, you can trade in your silver coins and get food. Because that's really what it's about. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you have, if you can't get stuff.
Yes.
So really what you're doing is buying protection.
Yeah.
You're building up yourself to be safe and protected so you can continue having a good standard of living despite what might happen in the outside world.
That kind of gave me Armageddon kind of vibes, right?
every time there's a recession, people start talking about one world order and one currency and the rapture and everything else. Okay, I believe that things like that can happen, but we were not given a spirit of fear, so we need to also be positive. It is smart to prepare. I have solar panels on my house. I have backup batteries. If power goes out, I have some protection. But at the same time, you should be prepared that if things get rough in the financial markets, that you're strong enough to be able to go in and acquire those assets. So same thing. In Egypt, they had 7 years of good times and there'd be 7 years of rough times. They had the wheat. They didn't say how they stored up the wheat and then didn't give it to anybody else. I don't remember that part of the story.
Right.
They had it when everybody else, all the other people around came, they came to them because they were prepared. And then they went and traded. Now, if you have the thing that everybody wants, then you'll be on the right side of the trade. That's why when you start selling commercial real estate and buying commercial real estate, they didn't ask how much did you buy it for. They ask you, what did it trade for? Because really what you're doing is trading. So you should have some gold and silver in case one day you need to trade for food. Because that's what you're doing. You're going to trade gold and silver for food. You're going to trade maybe liquor for food.
Yeah.
So it doesn't hurt to have gold and silver that's going to go up faster than it's going to appreciate compared to dollars depreciating, and you can trade it one day for food, or you can sell them and trade them for dollars. Then you can use those dollars to buy an investment property. The only part with the gold and silver, it's a little bit more tedious to buy, keep, store, save.